Happening, LightSaber Radio family. Welcome to the most outrageous Star Wars show on the web, where everything goes. We don't care. We talk about every fucking thing that has to do with Star Wars and everything else, but we don't care. We just have fun. We come here to enjoy talking with other Star Wars fans about any topic that might come up. You know, somebody brings up something in the chat, it's talkable. We're going to talk about it. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about Star Wars, because it could be just about Star Wars reflects everything. If you look at it, Star Wars reflects everything that's going on in the world, and always has. George Lucas was the master of knowing what the fuck was going to go on, so he created something that can reflect anything. It relates. And today, we're going to be talking about some shit. Because we're going to be doing the fucking
Hall
Characters Hall of Fame.
Which I'm surprised nobody's done this before.
You know, there's a couple videos out, but then I looked at it and they're not like doing it the same that we're doing. We're actually coming up and creating a Hall of Fame, and then we're going to figure out who's the number one, who's like the top fucking person in Star Wars. But we're not doing that this episode. This is going to be a series, or not even so much a series, because it's going to be every episode. We're going to start doing a thing every episode where we take like 5 or 10 people and we discuss whether or not they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. And then once we go through all the characters, which is probably going to take a couple years, so y'all might want to stick around for like the next 10 fucking years, because there's so many Star Wars characters. It's crazy. Just in canon, there's a shit ton of characters. But so we're going to be talking about, you know what I'm saying, we're going to go through it and we're just going to see who deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and then who is the most influential, the greatest character, the top number one dog character in the entire Star Wars franchise. But first, we're going to get to the intro. So let's do that now.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You are now if you only knew the power of gods.
Here it comes.
Let's go.
You are now tuned in to LightSaber Radio. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello there.
Welcome back, everybody. What's going on, Star Wars Team Leader? What's going on, Darth Akari? Star Wars Team Leader said he has been playing the episodes, with Shamila Denver on it. People been enjoying hearing what she had to say.
Yeah.
That's a good episode, because he's at Monster Fest today, and he's playing the old episodes. You know, Star Wars Team Leader, you're the shit, man. I got to give it to you, man. You're the shit. I mean, we appreciate all of our fans, but you be going out of your way to make sure that more people know about us. And our last episode, guys, I don't know who y'all shared, who y'all told, whatever, but we got over 2,000, and I think we got 2,100 and something views on that episode, which is cool, because we average about 1,000 to 1,500 an episode. But we've really jumped up this last episode. Maybe it was just because me and Garrison was arguing the whole damn time. You know, like people like to hear people argue, you know, but it's okay. It's all out of fun in the long run. So I just want to give a big thanks to all y'all, because I don't know what y'all did, because shit, that and it's still getting like 36 views per hour. So this shit's blowing up. It's doing good. So thank you guys so much for whatever you guys are doing. So the first, before, I just want to do some quick announcements before we get going. The first episode of Death Troopers, and Garrison, I want you to watch this, because I didn't think about this.
You mean listen to it?
Yeah, well, listen to it. You know what I mean. I didn't think about this, but you know that Death Troopers are in Rogue One.
Yeah, they are.
They are. And I didn't realize that they were called Death Troopers. But the all-black troopers is Death Troopers. The ones that are standing next to Finnick or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So they're considered Death Troopers. Then we have the Death Troopers that are on Ahsoka that we said last week. We were like, this is the first time they've been on.
Those are called like Black Troopers or something. No, they're
they're actually called Death Troopers. I was looking it up, man. They're called Death Troopers. Then you have Death Troopers in the books that are like fucking the zombie Death Troopers, fucking zombie motherfuckers. So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. Like, why did they use Death Troopers so many different times?
They're night troopers. I thought they were night troopers in Ahsoka.
Nah, not. Are they night troopers in Ahsoka?
Yeah, in Ahsoka, I thought they were called night troopers.
Fuck it, they're all dead. Whatever. Fuck it, who weird. They all end up dying anyway. But anyway, yeah. They are night troopers because Night Sisters, night troopers.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to clarify all that. There's a lot of different troopers, and there's a lot of different names. And like, I really started looking. I kind of went in depth a little bit about the death trooper, stormtrooper thing. And there's like so many. There's stormtroopers that I didn't even know existed, and clone troopers that I had no idea.
Yeah, bro.
There's so many fucking different.
It's kind of cool.
Branches of stormtrooper, death trooper, fucking flying trooper, con trooper, infiltrator trooper. Like there's a shit ton of them.
Which one's your favorite?
Which one is my favorite out of all the fucking the clones?
Actually,
man,
we should. That's gonna be a
topic.
That's gonna be a topic someday,
Yeah,
or at least
it got to be like
Housebreaker.
It got to be one of the clone troopers. It got to be because clones were just better than the fucking stormtroopers. And then they could shoot shit. They didn't miss every 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't hit the backside of a barn if they were standing a foot away. They'd still miss. I still love that meme. That is one of my favorite memes where the fucking stormtrooper's trying to fucking commit suicide and he misses.
He misses.
And the gun is right up against his helmet. Still one of my favorite memes of all time. That shit is hilarious. Like, dude, how you missing this right up against your head? But there's a shit ton of them. But I just wanted to, clarify, you know what I'm saying, because I think we were saying Death Trooper in the last episode, and we might have said Night Trooper, Death Trooper, fucking. I think I was arguing that they had Death Troopers, in the book called Death Troopers. So I just wanted to clarify that, you know what I'm saying, Death Troopers, that's not the first fucking place, and Death Troopers aren't all dead. You know what I'm saying? There's fucking dead. But I also wanted to announce that next Friday is the starting of the Death Trooper book. It'll be 6 episodes. They're all over an hour long on the Star Wars Audio Archives podcast. Definitely go check that out. And Spotify can suck a fat one. No, I'm joking. Spotify, man, I've been having so much trouble with Spotify. I've been on fucking email with Spotify, back and forth with Spotify. Because, like, none of the episodes are showing up, but it's not counting none of them.
Right.
It's not counting any of the episodes being played. It's saying nobody has listened to the episode. I know people have listened to the episode because I listen to the episodes. You know what I'm saying? So I know it should at least say 1 if I listen to it. If nobody else listened to it, I listen to it. So I know it should at least say 1 and it still says 0. So I've been back and forth with them. And, you know what I'm saying, a large portion of the revenue that I use for Star Wars, the Swaycast Network that helps promote this and helps promote the other stuff and everything comes from that podcast. So, you know, I'm not making any revenue if it's showing 0. Because when I make income, I try to put it back into Swaycast Network to build it up and make it better. That's how any business grows. You got to reinvest. So, you know, and I do that with, you know, LightSaber Radio. I put money back in. I do the advertisements. I put stuff on Instagram and Facebook. The advertisement stuff. Well, Facebook, and then it just plays on Instagram. So, you know, the little commercials and stuff that I put out, I mean, and that generates, you know, new stuff. I probably spend more money than I make, but it doesn't matter. It's all about reinvesting. It's a long game. I'm like Thrawn. I play the long game. I'm a Sith, and I'm immortal. I'm Darth Sway. Been around forever. The long game. Okay. Now, this topic. Yeah. Now, this topic.
Podbean?
Yeah, it's how I have to listen.
They use Podbean. I haven't heard of Podbean, actually.
I've heard of Podbean. And then Darth Akari says, see, that's what I'm saying, but it's not showing me a counter. And after so many listens, you get, you know, for the advertisement, it shows how much money you make. You know, and it's never really that much. It's like, you know, 1,000 listens, you make like $10, which is not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? $10, you get 1,000 listens, you know, put out a couple episodes, they get 500,000-600,000 listens. You know, it makes a little bit of money. I can reinvest. But the problem is it's saying 0 and it's not generating any income. And it's like, all right. What's going on? And they're like, there's nothing wrong. When I'm like, dude, I'm looking at the screen. What are you talking about? I'm like sending pictures to them. Like, look, this is what it says. Oh, it says everything's fine on our end. Of course it does, because you don't want to pay nobody. You just want to pay Joe Rogan all that money,
Yeah,
$7 million a year that you're paying him. What they got to be making a shit ton of money. Spotify got to make so much money.
Bro,
I listen to
big time.
podcasts all day long at work. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to podcasts, books.
Well, it's not
and
just their
stuff.
podcast, bro, but they got music too. But anyways, let's get on to the episode.
Yeah, let's get it. So we got the characters, but before we get to that, we got the Hall of Fame characters that we think of. But before we get to that, we have a tradition
Housebreaker.
here on LightSaber Radio. We got to do the Housebreaker, get our outrageous juices flowing. And Garrison's going to ask us a question, and we're going to try to come up with, that's me and the chat, our most outrageous answers. So I know sometimes we get off the outrageous shit and we just really try to answer the question like to the best of our ability. We got to get back to the outrageousness, the most craziest scenario you can come up with to this question. I want to hear them. I need a good laugh today. I've been sick all week, so I need a good laugh. And I've been just dealing with a bunch of Spotify shit and everything else. So I need a good laugh. Laugh is food for the soul. So,
Well, damn, I didn't this one's not too crazy, but it is good.
all right, then let's do it. Hit the video. Hit the video. Let's get to it. Okay, what do we got?
So we just got done with Ahsoka, right? Obviously, some great characters. There's some good and bad, but we got two very different masters in Ahsoka. We got Ahsoka and Balin. So if you were a Padawan, who would you rather have as your master?
Bailey.
Why?
Well,
I'm actually
okay.
surprised to hear you say that. I thought
Okay.
for sure you'd be like Ahsoka because maybe she gives me a little like.
Yeah, well, that was my original thought. But Balin just seems like he's on the right path.
Balin, bro, and the weird thing
And
is,
I want to know what happens to him. So if
we
I'm
don't
with
know
him,
much- yeah. We don't
then
know
I
much
get to
about
find out.
Balin. Well, we don't know much about Balin, like compared to Ahsoka. Like Ahsoka, from what we know, is supposed to be really wise, but Balin seems like he's just smarter than Ahsoka. I don't know why.
Well, fuck, he's older than her for one thing.
True.
And so you get wisdom comes with experience. So now I would like to be with Ahsoka, so I see if I could manipulate her into giving me some. Especially now, I don't know, Rosario Dawson's looking finer and finer as Ahsoka. The last couple episodes, she was looking kind of hot. But I don't know, man. Just Balin. Balin just seems like he got his fucking shit together. Ahsoka's too fucking iffy. She seems like a typical female. You know what I'm saying? You ask them, what do you want to eat? They say fucking, I want steak, and then you get steak. I didn't want this. Why? What the fuck did you tell me you wanted steak for? You know what I'm saying? She's all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
1 minute she's fucking wants to train Sabine. The next minute she doesn't. The next minute she's fucking doing this. The next minute she's mad at Sabine. The next minute she's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's, and literally since she's left the Jedi Temple, as we've seen in Season 7 of Clone Wars, she has really not known who she was or what she wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? She really hasn't. Even when it goes into Rebels, like back and forth. I'm not a Jedi. You know what I'm saying? But you're playing a Jedi part. You're just confused. And I just seem like that'd be a big ass problem. It seems like going with Balin, and Balin's not like, I don't know. He's not dark or light. He seems like he got his shit together. He got a goal. He got a plan. Let's go for the goal. Even if it's not a good goal, even if it's fucking stupid as shit and he gets stuck on his planet forever or dies or whatever, you know what I'm saying, gets struck down by some fucking crazy ass fucking rancor thing that can use the force. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like he got his shit together. He knows where the fuck he's going. And following Ahsoka, you might be fighting Thrawn, and the next minute you might be fucking just sailing off into the fucking sunset. It ain't no telling what the fuck's gonna happen with Ahsoka. So I'd pick Balin. Plus, I want to know. I want to know I want to know more about Balin. Like, dude, hey, all you Star Wars writers out there, somebody write a book about Balin, so we can get some information about Balin. Break down Balin for us. Go sit down with fucking Dave and fucking come up with this. He already got the basis of the character. You know what I'm saying? Like, write his fucking life story out. Write his, You know what I'm saying? Because so we can learn more about fucking Balin. Because I want to know more about Balin.
I do want to.
I don't know, man. Balin's and it's just really crazy because you wouldn't think that he's a very dry and fucking very fucking right to the point character.
Nah, he's not dry.
But he's very intriguing. Like and I think that's what makes him intriguing. Like he is like everything is very up to the front. He almost has the same look all the time. He's very fucking like right straight to the point. You know, no fucking beating around the bush, none of that shit. Right to the fucking point. And I really want to know how to use his force ability. I want to be able to read people's thoughts and manipulate, you know what I'm saying, people's fucking reactions and shit, and the way he did Sabine. I think that's a dope force trait, a dope force power. And I just want to know more about him. I really do. I really want to know more about Balin as a character. Like, who is he? Who was his master? Who did he, like, what's his goals? What's his, you know, how did he come to this point? You know what I'm saying? Did he ever have to fight Vader? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, because at one point he was a Jedi, so did he have to fight Vader? You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
I want to know.
I want to hear more about this guy. I want to know where he comes from. I still want to know what his whole goal is, you know? Like, what is it? What do you mean, like, reset the cycle or stop the cycle? What does that mean exactly? Does that mean fucking, like, nuclear holocaust? Like, what are we talking here?
I'm thinking that he's going after a thing where, like, he would be able to, like, get rid of the Force. And if you think about it, within the episode, you have the Mortis gods there. Now, we know the father is the balance, the son is the dark side, the daughter is the light side. So if you could take out the daughter and the son and the father, since they're controlling the Force, that might be able to get rid of the Force. And I think that's his ultimate goal. Become powerful enough that you can stop other people from using the Force. Or stop the Force. I don't know, because the midichlorian thing and the way things is going now, and like it seems very minute. I think there's way more to it than just the midichlorians. Then plus, you know, what we talked about on last Saturday's episode with George's idea, I think Dave might be taking some of that into the wheels, and you know, all that stuff might play into a part into the long run of where Dave's story is going. Because you got to understand, Dave still talks to George. You know what I'm saying? It's not like fucking Dave and George is fucking great friends, which I don't know if George is talking to anybody. On the last little interview that I seen him on, or they showed him on, I think he was on, I think it was 60 Minutes or one of those.
He's not like as involved in Star Wars as he used to.
Well, no, he's just not in very good health right now. Like, he was walking, he had to have people helping him and shit. You know, George is getting pretty old. Yeah, I think it was on 60 Minutes or Dateline or one of those. They showed George Lucas and his wife. His wife was walking, and he had like some people helping him and shit. I was like, "What the fuck, man? Damn, George, you look terrible." So, you know, so I don't know how much they're talking now, but I think that Dave is really gonna like try to stick to George's fundamental design and idea of how Star Wars was supposed to work. Now, I don't know where, because George said there's no other galaxies, but then, you know what I'm saying, they brought us to another galaxy, so I don't know.
We're in other galaxies now. We're fucked.
And then a lot of the Legends characters, the expanded universe characters are coming into the fray, and George didn't really want that, you know, in Star Wars. That's why he separated them. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, but Dave said he always liked Legends. He's a big proponent of the books. He always liked the Legends series. He liked, you know, doing that. So, I mean, and now he has the ability that he can do that. He doesn't have to listen to George, but at the same time, I still think he takes advice from George. I still think he talks to George, and you know, I think he would be more reluctant to use some of George's ideas. And I think the wheels of the Force is going to come into it, because, I mean, the wheels of the Force, I don't know if it'll be like the microbitic fucking things that George was talking about. I don't think it'll be that shit. But I think it's going to have something to do with the Mortis gods.
Maybe. I don't know.
Did you see the video he did watching Ahsoka and what he said about it? No, I didn't. I actually had it pulled up And I was gonna watch it, and I fucking round and fell asleep, and I didn't ever get to watch it. When I woke up, my wife had changed the channel, or my wife had turned off YouTube when she was watching CSI New Orleans or something, NCIS New Orleans. So I didn't get to watch it. I was supposed to watch it, but I turned it on, and then I fell asleep. But I would definitely watch it. But yeah, he didn't look too good in that one show because they see he was getting out of a black it looked like an Escalade or SUV, and like him and his wife was getting out going into some building, and he just they was literally having to hold him up. It was like two guys holding him up, and I was like, damn, George, you ain't looking good at all. Which George got to be what, at least in his fucking, what, he was in his early 20s when he started filming Star Wars, maybe.
I don't know.
It says it's good he talks shit.
He talks shit. I mean, I talked a lot of shit about it, but
well, and that's the
y'all
thing.
didn't like it.
Like, and that's the thing. Not everybody's gonna like everything, man. It's just that's the way it is. There's gonna be shit that people like and people that don't like. That's the great thing about being a person. You have your own opinion. Opinions, what's the old saying? Opinions is like assholes. Everyone has one.
And they all stink.
What I'm saying? It doesn't matter. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just that's why it's just give your honest opinion of the best that you can. I mean, and sometimes it's hard to give an opinion. I have opinions on certain shit that I'm like, they change because I learn more information. You know what I'm saying? I'll be hear something, I'll be like, fuck that, what the hell is that shit? I ain't fuck them, man. What are they talking about? And then I hear the whole story and I'm like, okay, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? That's all right. Or, you know what I'm saying? I watched the movie and then watched it the second time and then I realized I watched the movie and literally got done with the movie. I'm like, that was the sorriest fucking movie I ever seen. And then watch it again and I realized what the movie is about, like the theme. Or, you know what I'm saying, what the actual structure of the movie is, and it changes the whole outlook of the movie. And it's like, damn, this fucking movie was great. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always try to watch everything 2 times, at least twice. Just to make sure that I didn't miss something. Because you can jump to conclusions. Or you can not like somebody that's a character in that thing, and it'll cause you to have a disdain for the whole entire show. And the show was actually good, or the movie that was actually good, but you just didn't like that one character, and you're taking it out on the entire film. There's all kind of different things that can go on. So a lot of times you got to watch it the first time, and just watch it, and then the second time, like, really dissect it and see if you are right. Because everybody, well, I mean, fuck, we're not infallible. Everybody's infallible. So you can make wrong decisions. You can make wrong choices. I watched things and really liked them, and then watched them again and be like, this was not even good. Why did I like this? It might have been a hot chick that did something really sexy that I really liked.
You got turned on. And then the next time you watch it after you jerk off and your post-nut clarity hits and you hate it.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay. So let's get started here.
Yes. The honorary Hall of Fame for lightsaber, for Star Wars in general. We're going to be going a little bit every episode, but we had to at least get an initial feel of who's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Right? So this is going to be the start. I got 20 or so characters here, and we're going to debate whether they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Some of them, pretty obvious. Some of them, not so obvious. Might throw in a little bit of a debate. All right? But these are going to be fairly well-known characters. Most of these guys should be – all 20 might be in there. Only 10 might be in there.
And it's all right. If we select 5 characters and they all make it into the Hall of Fame, they all make it in the Hall of Fame. And then we'll do once we get like just a gang of characters, we'll have like a super long episode where we go through every character and we vote and we put them up against each other.
We also need to clarify what it takes to be in the Star Wars Hall of Fame.
You have to be memorable.
You got to be memorable.
If I don't even remember who the fuck you are, then no, you don't make it in the Hall of Fame. And you have to do something.
You got to do something amazing in the movies or in the TV or a book even. You got to be cool.
Are we doing the book? Well, I guess we kind of have to if we are sticking to canon, right? Yeah. We can't go into all the legend characters, man. We'll be here for fucking ever. But we got to do like Revan and Bane and then we have to do Revan and Bane because they were put in there. Now, I'm not going to say the other characters within Are we gonna do video games too? Because we got Satil, we got Malgus in the video
Well,
games.
we'll see. I mean,
Is that canon?
right now.
Is the
all we
video
got is
games considered
movies.
canon? I don't know.
Right now, all we got is movies, right?
Okay, so we'll start off with movie
We
characters.
can definitely do some Legends characters, but I think a lot of Legends characters, like because they aren't canon, will not be as memorable. So therefore, they can't be in the Hall of Fame.
Well,
You know what I mean?
like Bane and Revan, they both are mentioned in canon.
But they're memorable, and they're in
And they're
canon,
both
and they're in
in-
Legends. So yeah,
And then you have like Ordo, you know what I'm saying? The dude
Yeah.
that, you know, like him, like he's Mimir, he ended up becoming the Mandalorian or the Mandalore. Is it Orland? What the fuck was his name? I can't remember his name right now. You know, even though he became, and technically, if Revan and Bane, and that means their books would be put in there, but they weren't actually in or mentioned within canon. So I don't think we should be able to add those characters. Like any character that ain't in or mentioned in a Star Wars canon production should not be in there. That's why I was asking about the video games. Are the video games like is Cal Kestis part of canon?
I think we can still. I think we can still talk about it. Now he just might not be memorable enough.
I don't know. Cal Kestis,
what I mean?
I know who the fuck Cal
Because-
Kestis is pretty fucking memorable.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if you're not in canon, it's going to be significantly harder for you to be memorable. Is all I'm saying.
Okay, like you got to really be fucking like the shit.
Yeah, you got to be
You know,
great.
somebody.
You got to be memorable. You got to be cool. Like you did some cool shit in the movie or whatever in your story. You had to have done something pretty cool.
You had to do something impactful within the movie, cartoon, book, video game. You had to do something impactful. If you didn't do nothing that impacted the fucking the changing of the tides of the movie or whatever it is, then you can't be in the fucking thing. Like if you're just fucking
And you got to be at least liked by a lot of characters or hated by a lot of characters. Or
Okay,
you got to
okay.
be liked by a lot of people or hated. But either way,
okay, let's start. We got an
Yeah.
idea. You got to be the shit to get in the fucking Hall of Fame. If you ain't the shit, you can't get in the Hall of Fame. All right, let's go.
All right,
Let's vote
so
on it.
first, this one should be fairly easy. We got Darth Vader / Anakin.
Of course,
I don't
definitely,
think anybody would argue against that.
definitely the Hall of Fame.
I think
2 times because he played
Yeah.
2 different parts.
Yeah, like,
Definitely.
Honestly, if there was like an MVP trophy, it'd be named after him. Like you got the Anakin Skywalker Award. That's like the Heisman.
Like the
you know what I
Heisman
mean?
Trophy.
Yeah. You got the Skywalker Award. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
Darth Vader is probably the most impactful character in the entire Star Wars. Like,
Big
out of
time.
everybody, he's probably the most impactful character.
So we got Darth Vader. All right. Next, Palpatine. Now, Kyle, you didn't.
I don't think Palpatine, like, I understand that the whole fucking thing, you know what I'm saying? But Palpatine, he just didn't really, like, we know his role of what he did, but we didn't see him for shit in the movies. Like, he's not, like, if you fucking showed somebody a picture of Palpatine, just walk down the street, do you know who this is? And they're not even gonna fucking know who he is. Like, most people will not know who this guy is. You show them a picture of Darth Vader,
I don't know.
Anakin
I
Skywalker,
feel
they're
like-
gonna fucking know. I don't think Palpatine should be fucking in the Hall of
I don't
Fame.
know,
That's just my
dude.
personal opinion. He just wasn't, like, he just got a very minute
think he
part
should
within
be.
the movies. I mean, what he did was impactful because
Yeah, but, like,
it was
the whole
it was
thing
also a lot of
is
other characters that made
him,
that
yeah.
possible.
Like, it's his master plan. He's the ultimate baddie.
But he just didn't really
I don't know.
play
'Cause
that
I
much
think
of a
Palpatine
part.
should be in it.
I think like Anakin and Palpatine.
Play that much. He literally caused Darth Vader to be Darth Vader. Without
But he
Palpatine,
didn't.
there is no story.
Like there isn't no story without Palpatine, but he didn't play that big of a major part. Like within the fucking story itself, he was just like talked about, and he'd pop up here and pop up there,
Bro,
and
I don't
I
know
mean, it
how-
wasn't like
I don't
he
know
had
how
a
you
significant part in the fucking movie.
I don't know how you have an evil empire without an emperor.
Yeah, but it like we didn't see him at all in fucking New Hope. We didn't see him really at all in fucking.
You did see him.
When did we see him? And then
You saw him talking to to
Darth
Newt
Vader
Gunray.
at the end. You know what I'm
You
saying?
literally see Palpatine talking to Newt Gunray in. Oh, you're.
That's
saying
in the
New
Phantom
Hope.
Menace. I'm talking about the New
I
Hope.
thought
You don't
you were
even
talking
see him
about
in New
Phantom
Hope.
Menace.
In
No, that's
Empire, you
true.
only see
You
him
don't
as a
see him in
fucking
New Hope.
projection. You know what I'm saying? You don't even get to meet him until fucking Return of the Jedi. When you go
'Cause it's
back to
supposed
fucking
be
in A New Hope, you
spooky
see
and
him a few
mysterious.
times. In Phantom Menace, you see him a few times, just a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? He's talking to Darth Maul. He talks to fucking Newt Gunray, and that's about it. You don't even really, and you see him a couple times as Senator Palpatine. Other than that, you don't even really see him. And the third one, you see him a few times. He gets up to make some speeches after he gets fucking, you know what I'm saying, or he talks a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's not really too much. You see him a couple times. It's Sidious. Then in Revenge of the Sith is where you see him the most. And you still don't see him that many times. You see him a couple times,
Right.
Yoda and Mace and all them talking to him. Like, as a character, he doesn't play a very major role on screen or anything. Even in Clone Wars and stuff, there's not a lot of episodes where he just gets like cameos. He's not like a fucking major character. Like Thrawn in
He
fucking
is
Rebels
the
was a
major
fucking
character.
major character. I don't think he deserves to be in the
Bro,
fucking thing.
there's no way. You just said
All
Thrawn
right, all
was
right.
a more major character.
All right, it's
That's
up to the
gotta go
chat.
to a vote. Yeah.
They gotta go to the vote. It's
Yeah.
up to the chat. Who thinks Palpatine needs to be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. Either vote yes or no in the chat. Bro, I just don't see. I don't see how you don't put him in the Hall of Fame.
He just didn't play that big. Like, to me, he's not like, we know what he did, but we don't see what he did. Like, we don't really see what he did. It's all the other characters
That's
that
the
make
point,
this thing
bro.
happen.
He's supposed to be like behind the scenes.
I know that, but
manipulating full screen.
you got to be an impactful character. You have to like really fucking, and if you're not on fucking screen ever, how the fuck are you that impactful? It's everybody else doing shit for him that makes him impactful. You know what I'm saying? That makes him impactful, but it's other characters that made him impactful. You know what I'm saying? It's Maul, it's Dooku, it's Vader, it's, you know what I'm saying?
But
It's
he's
Tarkin,
the one
it's,
pulling the strings. Like,
yeah,
they're
but
all puppets.
he's not
They're
like
all pawns.
his. We're talking about his character. It's not much to his character. His character's not even around. We don't even see his character. We barely ever see him. It's everybody else that's impactful that fucking what they do that makes his shit impactful. He's not really that impactful.
I don't understand how the bad guy of Star
Yep.
Wars is not in the Hall of Fame.
Star Wars team leader said, everyone's saying no here.
Where are you, man?
He's
What
at
the
Monster
flip?
Fest. He's just not that impactful of a character. Like, he doesn't do shit.
He is
Everybody
the
else
most
does it for him.
impactful.
He just
No,
came.
he is the
He just
most
came up with the
impactful.
fucking plan. Like, he's not like. If you really look at it, Darth Vader is the Hitler. You know what I'm saying? And fucking Palpatine is Hitler's fucking advisor. He's telling him what to do.
No, it's the guy Hitler's fucking following.
It's like Darth Vader is the bad guy. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's
Palpatine's
so
just the
wild.
guy behind the scenes calling the shots. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't deserve to be in the fucking Hall of Fame. He's not on screen. He doesn't do shit barely. Everybody else, all the other impactful characters that do what they do that causes his plan to come to fruition. Other than that, he didn't do shit. Like, it's the other people's things that they did that made his plan. He didn't do shit. He wasn't even around. You rarely even see him. And the chat wins it. Palpatine doesn't go into the Hall of Fame.
We had one person respond. Get out of here.
Well, nobody else responded, so that's a tiebreaker.
All right. Fine. Then after Palpatine, we had Moff Tarkin.
Tarkin? Nah.
If Palpatine's not in it, I cannot justify Tarkin.
Tarkin was impactful, though. Like, Tarkin's in the Bad Batch. Tarkin's in Rebels.
Oh my gosh.
Tarkin, he's on screen a hell of a lot more than fucking. Well, I don't know about.
He's not.
Yeah, he is, because
so
in Rebels, he's in Rogue One a lot. He's in. Well, not. I wouldn't say a lot.
Nah,
he's not
bro.
really in Rogue One a lot.
He's not
New
even
Hope.
in 5
He's
or
in
6.
New Hope.
He's not even in episode 5, not even episode 6. Palpatine has way more screen time than Tarkin in the movies.
screen time in the cartoons, Tarkin has more though, because he's in Rebels a lot. There's like 7 episodes that ain't got.
You
It's
also
just
got to
Tarkin
think
in that
the
shit.
movies had way more viewers than the cartoons ever did. So therefore,
Well, we're not
the
talking about
movies are more
viewership. We're
famous.
talking about timing
Bro,
on the
that's
screen.
famous, bro. The movies are more famous, so the movies should
Yeah.
hold more weight in determining
But we're not.
who's in the Hall of Fame.
We're not judging. We're judging off of screen time. We're not judging on weight on who watches. We're talking about the actual screen time. So if you looked at actual screen
I'm
time,
aware, but you got to think who's more famous: a famous football player or a famous lacrosse player? You can't name a single lacrosse player because nobody watches that shit. Can you name a famous football player?
I would say that
Yeah,
Tarkin doesn't
because
deserve to be
everybody
on the
fucking
Hall of
watches
Fame.
football.
I would say that
Everybody
Tarkin
watches the
doesn't
movies,
deserve to be on the Hall of
not as many
Fame,
people
but
watch the TV.
Tarkin is a more impactful character than Palpatine.
But he's not as famous, and this is the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's not as famous. He definitely not
Therefore,
as
I
famous.
gotta say no. If this
I
is the
said no
Hall of
too. I
Fame-
don't think that he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, fair.
I don't, but I'm just saying that he has a better shot than Palpatine does. Just
No
by his
shot.
impactfulness.
No shot. I want to see, bro. If you're watching this either now or like later, put it in the comments. Like, you got to let us know, Palpatine or Tarkin, who's more likely to be in the Hall of Fame? Because I want to hear this. Put it in the comments on the YouTube video when you watch it. All right. After Tarkin, we got Mace Windu. What do you think, Mace Windu in the Hall of Fame?
Mace Windu. That's a hard one.
That's a super hard one.
Because Mace really didn't have a whole lot of screen time.
He didn't.
But he created his own lightsaber for him.
Yeah, and everybody kind of knows. Almost everybody knows who he is.
And a lot of it has to do with him because of Samuel L. Jackson that played the part, which Samuel L. Jackson is a huge star.
That's fair.
But, like, God, that's fucking hard. And he was the only fucking Jedi with a purple lightsaber.
It's a tough one, right?
That's a fucking hard one right there.
Mace Windu's tough. I'm still caught in between. I don't know what to say for Mace Windu.
Because he really, like, he did have a lot of parts in fucking...
The precedent that we set by not allowing Palpatine in here is like, all right, we're at a high standard to get into the Hall of Fame. If Palpatine's not in your Hall of Fame, we got a pretty high standard.
Because Mace is fucking... But Mace is...
So I don't think we can do Mace. If we can't do Palpatine, I don't know if we can do Mace.
I think Mace would be more impactful just because of the simple fact it was Mace that attacked Palpatine that caused Anakin to fucking turn to the dark side.
Palpatine caused Anakin to turn to the dark side.
Well, if Anakin wouldn't have fucking chopped off Mace's fucking hand, then Palpatine would have been dead. You know what I'm saying? So without Mace being there...
Bro, the fact that you're talking about Palpatine dying or not proves that Palpatine's pretty fucking impactful. I won't let this go. But I say no to Mace.
I don't know. I think Mace should be in there.
Because if you're claiming...
Because he created his own lightsaber for him. He has way more screen time in the Clone Wars. I mean, the fucker has like 20 episodes is just about him in the Clone Wars.
To Mace being in the Hall of Fame is he almost killed Palpatine?
I'm saying his screen time. His screen time and his, like...
Okay, but look at the
he's
screen
more
time
famous.
in the movies.
More
Palpatine
people
still
know who
wins the
Mace
movies.
Windu is than know who Palpatine is.
You think so?
Yes, I guarantee so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because even if you looked up like if you showed somebody a picture of fucking, you know what I'm saying, Ian or however you say his name, and said, do you know what parts he played, people would be like, who the fuck is that? If you show somebody a picture of Samuel L. Jackson, they know that he played Mace Windu.
We're talking about the characters, Kyle. We're not talking about fucking...
But we're also bringing in fame, so
Bro,
Mace Windu is more famous than Palpatine.
A creepy Sith in a hood, everybody knows that's Palpatine.
But there's a lot of Siths in hoods. I mean, if you said name a Sith in the hood, they'd be like, most people would say Maul.
No, I think they say Palpatine.
I think they say Maul first.
Maul's guy with horns, bro.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I say Mace, yes. Garrison says Mace, no. And which is kind of fucked up because I'm picking a Jedi over a Sith.
Bro, I just don't get how you can say no to Palpatine and yes to Mace. You know what I mean?
Because Palpatine just, like I said, Palpatine barely had any screen time. Like, he just wasn't.
He had a lot of screen time. Bro, think about the most quoted lines in Star Wars. Do it. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Like,
yeah, but I don't know. He just wasn't very
big
impactful.
Quotes.
All right. We're going to the chat. All right, chat, let us know. Mace in Hall of Fame or Mace out of the Hall of Fame? Because I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on I'm going to say yes. But I don't know. I'm kind of at the no stand too. So just because Mace, I don't know. I think a lot of the reason that Anakin turned to the dark side was because of Mace. It was because of just the way that Mace treated him. Mace didn't want him to be in the Jedi Order. Mace came up with his own fucking lightsaber form. Mace was just a fucking asshole Jedi. He was like, and it just made him more famous. I don't know. But he died and he didn't really impact shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We'll leave this one up to the chat. Come on, chat.
I don't know. We might have to get more on.
Somebody put it in the chat. We'll go move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next one.
All right. Next one is Yoda. Yoda's
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't say no to Yoda.
Yoda's yes.
Okay. Yoda's a yes. Yeah. I mean, everybody knows who Yoda is. Like, I feel like the two most like recognizable characters, or some of the like, Yoda's one of the most recognizable characters. Even for people who haven't seen Star Wars, they know fucking Yoda. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody knows who Yoda is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say yes on Yoda.
All right, perfect. Yoda's a yes.
Damn, man, I done got fucking one Sith and two fucking Jedis in here already. I ain't doing a good job here.
No, we got Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's what I say. I got one Sith and two Jedis.
Oh, that's fair. Well, you're the one who didn't want to do Palpatine.
Yeah, I just fucking because I don't think Palpatine was that impactful. It was other characters that made him impactful.
Well, Darth Vader counts as a Jedi and a Sith if you think about it.
Yeah, so now actually I got 3 and 1. Okay. Yoda's definite.
After Yoda, then we got Obi-Wan, which I say yes to Obi-Wan.
Yes, to Obi-Wan.
The fact that he has his whole fucking own series kind of makes it a yes.
Oh, everybody knows who Obi-Wan is. If you fucking said I'm a Star Wars fan and somebody asked you, well, who's Obi-Wan? And you was like, I don't know, then you're not a fucking Star Wars fan. You're not even a fucking human being. You know what I'm saying? You're like an alien from another planet or some shit. Like, fucking everybody knows who Obi-Wan is. And he fucking played a major fucking role in fucking 3 movies and in the 4th movie and in the fucking, like, he's a major character. He's definitely in the Hall of Fame.
He's a huge character.
Yeah.
Next, we have another one, which I don't think this one will be debatable at all, but Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, definitely is in the Hall of Fame.
That's got to be a yes. Okay.
Yeah,
that
definitely
one's pretty
in the Hall
easy.
of Fame.
All right. Next, we have Plo Koon. See, so I mixed some other ones in there, and if Mace Windu's up for debate, Plo Koon's a hard no.
Yeah, Plo Koon didn't really have a fucking. I mean, he just didn't really have an impactful role. I mean, I guess he did
Jedi
when
Council.
the fact that
he's on the Jedi Council.
He's on the Jedi Council. He found Ahsoka. You know what I'm saying?
Filoni,
So I mean, but
Wolf.
like if you ask the average person, or you just ask, just random people, like especially people that ain't ever seen fucking the Clone Wars, they're not gonna know who Plo Koon is. If they haven't read any books or they haven't fucking watched the Clone Wars, they're not gonna know who Plo Koon is. Like the guy that died in the spaceship, is that who you talking about? That got shot down in Order 66? Like the fucked up guy with a mask? Like, Plo Koon don't make it to the fucking Hall of Fame. He's not that impactful of a character. Like, he didn't do much, and especially in the movies. I mean, he had a more of a major role, but if you're looking at overall screen time, he didn't have a whole lot of screen time. He had a couple episodes in the Clone Wars that he was in. No, he probably had more than a couple in 7 seasons. He had quite a few, but he was always a secondary character. He was never like the main character. I think the only one is the one where he's fucking fighting when the malevolence takes him out and he got to save the fucking, and then Ahsoka and Anakin go and save him.
Yeah,
But
he's a
I
sick
think that was-
character. He's a great, and he's definitely a contender, but I don't think he's Hall of
I
Fame.
don't think he makes the Hall of Fame though.
Yeah,
Like not as like the top. If we're talking about top motherfuckers, yeah, he's not in the top.
Yeah.
What's up, Nielsen?
How's it going? All right, after Plo Koon, we got Kiande Mundi, which I think is another no.
Yeah, I think it's another
awesome, but again,
awesome character, but he just didn't really have. He didn't have like if you ask like even a lot of fucking Star Wars fan, if you ask them, do you know who this guy is? They're gonna be like, who is that guy? Like, who is that? You know what I'm saying? If they're not like a fucking super fan that's watched everything, you're not gonna know who he is.
Right.
So to put somebody in a Hall of Fame, you know, they got to be fucking famous. They got to be somebody that everybody knows, and he's just not somebody that everybody knows.
all right, this one's gonna be tougher. Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yes,
You think
even
so?
though he was only in.
Why? He's only in one fucking episode and he dies like that. I don't.
Well, he's in more
Let's bring
episodes
it
than
up
that because
again.
he's in.
How
He's
is
in
Qui-Gon
Rebels
a yes, but Palpatine's a no? I don't see it.
because
If
Qui-Gon.
your argument is Qui-Gon would have made Anakin good, Palpatine
No,
made
that's
Anakin
not my
bad.
fucking. That's
so
not my
what is it?
argument.
What is
I
it?
think because he was Obi-Wan Kenobi's master. He's the one who found Anakin. He had a giant impact within the saga. He comes back.
Hey, did he become emperor of the entire universe?
No, he didn't have to be. He didn't have to be. But he what impacted the thing. Like I said, Palpatine didn't impact shit. Everybody else impacted
Put
it.
it in
and
the
then
fucking comments.
He
I
reaped the
swear to
benefits.
God, if the YouTube video has comments for Palpatine, we're putting him in.
Okay, but I don't
Help
think.
me
But
out,
I
commenters.
I think Qui-Gon.
Okay,
And
but
then he's the
Qui-Gon-
Force Ghost. He's talked about throughout the entire series or the entire the prequels. You know what I'm saying? He shows up in Obi-Wan Kenobi series. He's in Rebels. He's in the Clone Wars. He's a very impactful character. Like they would not be Force Ghosts without Qui-Gon. Yoda could have never done it. Obi-Wan could have never done it. He impacted things in a very high sense. There wouldn't be none of that shit if it wasn't for what Qui-Gon had learned. So I think Qui-Gon gets in. Damn, man, I got a lot of Jedis in there and no Sith.
Here's my reservation. I think Palpatine is more famous than Qui-Gon, but I think Qui-Gon deserves to make it.
No, because
So I'm voting yes for Qui-Gon.
Addison, you don't count because you're on the same thing as fucking Garrus.
No, we
I don't
disagree on
think-
some stuff.
I just don't because this is the thing. Patterson. I'm not saying
That's right.
Palpatine.
She's my Padme, Patterson.
Palpatine didn't impact shit. Everybody else did it for him. Everybody else did it for him. He didn't do it. That's the crazy thing. He didn't do shit like everybody else. He just set into motion. Everybody, the other characters, made his character look good. So as his character, like he didn't do
Is that
nothing.
not the definition of power? Like getting other people to do shit for you? That is power.
Yeah, but being powerful does not get you in the Hall of Fame. Like getting you in the Hall of Fame, like did you really impact the story?
being the most powerful person in the movies is not
He's not
famous?
because you don't even know who he is half the time.
We're going to keep coming back to this, but Qui-Gon's a yes. Qui-Gon goes through. Welcome
Yeah,
to the Hall of
Qui-Gon
Fame.
is, and
Mr.
everybody
Jin.
knows who Qui-Gon Jinn is. They're gonna be like everybody knows who Qui-Gon is.
All right. Next, we got another one, which I think will be pretty easy. Leia.
Definitely,
Leia's
Leia.
100% yes.
yeah. Like pretty much all the female characters within Star Wars get in, just
All-
because.
Bruh. All the female
Like
characters.
all the female
One at a
characters
time.
within
One
Star
at a
Wars
time,
are
Kyle.
fucking
One at a time.
memorable. Now I'm not talking about like a Laura Singh or nobody like that because a lot of people ain't gonna know
Okay.
them. They were only in animated. But like
it's
all the
not
people
all
that was
female
on
characters.
screen, like that's like really on screen, like in the movies, the female characters are all
Bruh.
fucking. Except for maybe like I don't know, even what's her face? Everybody knows who fucking Phasma is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not Zori. A lot of people don't know who Zori is. Zori might not make it.
All right. Next, we got Padme, which is an easy yes.
Yeah,
She's
that's a
the
yes.
prime example of how a beautiful woman can cause absolute chaos.
Yeah.
Like,
And then plus
she's
her
like
character
the
was very
Helen of Troy of
impactful.
Star
Come on,
Wars.
she's Luke and Leia's fucking mom. She's fucking Anakin's fucking
She literally
role.
caused Darth Vader to become Darth Vader.
Like, yeah. She's definitely
right.
in there.
Cool. Now, next we have controversial Jar Jar Binks.
I'm gonna say yes to Jar Jar just because Jar Jar, the character himself, everybody knows who Jar Jar is. They might all hate him. Everybody that you talk to, I hate fucking Jar Jar. That motherfucker gets on my nerve. But everybody knows who he is, and he was very impactful within the story. He's the one that got Palpatine to be the Emperor because he's the one that fucking said the thing. Once again, somebody else doing something.
Hold on. What I want to ask though, everybody in the Empire knows the name of the Emperor. They know they have an Emperor. They don't know who the fuck Jar Jar is.
He was, his part was impactful within the story. Like him being on screen is what kind of like, in all actuality, fucking like, could you imagine watching the Phantom Menace without Jar Jar in it? Like that shit would be fucking irritating. It would not be as good. It would not be. It would not be as good. So I'm gonna say, even though I can't fucking stand the motherfucker, I can't stand Jar Jar. I would say yes.
I think he's honestly one of the most hated characters in Star Wars. So for that,
I think he's probably one of the most well-known hated characters within Star Wars.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm gonna say yes to Jar Jar. All right. After Jar Jar, we have one that a lot of people really like, and this one's gonna be tough. Captain Rex. I gotta be honest. I think I gotta say no to him, and I want to say yes because I know everybody likes him in the Clone Wars. He's a fucking huge character. He's great, but I think he's a no, bro.
That's a hard one because Rex is a very influential character. He does have a lot of impact, but at the same time, if you're looking at Star Wars in a whole, like I'm trying to do, I'm looking at Star Wars in a whole. He's not in any of the movies at all.
Yeah, unless you're a huge Clone Wars fan,
You're not
going to
know who Captain Rex
you probably
is.
don't give a shit.
You know what I'm saying? Captain Rex is not a big character within the movies. He's not in any of the movies. He's not, so far, he hasn't been in any of the fucking TV shows other than animation. So he's not going to be a character that's well known. So one of the biggest things is fame. It's the Hall of Fame. You're supposed to be famous. And I don't think that he could be famous. And not a lot of people that ain't super fans that are watching the cartoons and everything are going to know who Captain Rex is.
Right.
I think I have to agree with you that he's not. He doesn't get in.
Yeah. Which gives an automatic no to the next one, Commander Cody. I think Commander Cody's a pretty hard no.
Yeah, same. I think it's the same thing. He's not overall.
Because I think Captain Rex deserves it more than Cody, especially when we look at Clone Wars.
Well,
But
Rex is in
at
Clone
the same
Wars.
time-
Rex is in the Bad Batch.
But
Rex is
Cody's actually in a movie, if you think about it.
well, we did see, what movie?
We did see Cody in episode 3.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, I still say no to Cody.
Yeah,
But
I don't think
Cody was in a movie.
I mean, they're both very impactful characters, but we don't have no fucking live action really of either one of them. We got a quick glimpse of
We got
Rex
live action of
and
Cody.
and Ahsoka, But that wasn't. I mean, anybody. They're not gonna. An average viewer is not gonna know who that is.
I agree. All right. After Cody, this one's gonna be tough. And for me, all right. I'm just gonna say the name. Ahsoka Tano.
Yes.
I know you say yes, but think about it. If you've only watched the movies, you have no fucking clue who that is.
But Ahsoka's one of the most famous Star Wars characters there. She's like number 3 on the list. On the actual fucking like most famous fucking characters within Star Wars. I looked at the list.
So?
She's number 3.
I don't know about that.
It literally goes Vader, Luke, and then Ahsoka Tano. On the fucking Star Wars fucking list. Yep. And since the TV show, she's fucking like, you know how many people fucking watch the TV show? So, and Addison, you're right. It's since the TV show, she's fucking huge. Like fucking Ahsoka is fucking huge now.
I mean, I give it to her. I say yes, but I still don't think she deserves it over fucking Palpatine. But whatever.
Palpatine ain't got his own TV show.
He's got the fucking entire original 9 films. Not even 6. He's the bad guy in all 9 films. Well, take out one of them. But then he's the ultimate bad guy.
Dude, you don't see him in fucking... You literally don't see the man
just
in
because
fucking
you don't
New
see
Hope.
him doesn't mean he's not the bad guy.
You don't see him in fucking 7 or 8 and most of 9.
He's the one pulling the strings.
You don't see him barely any in fuck. To be an impactful character, you have to be seen.
No, you don't.
Yes. How the fuck can you be impactful if nobody ever sees you? If
Bill
like you
Belichick.
fucking literally have
Bill
like
Belichick doesn't play,
I think
but
you don't even
everybody
have.
fucking
If you take
knows who he
all
is.
of fucking Palpatine's fucking screen time, it's not even an hour. Out of fucking 12 fucking movies, he got an hour of screen time.
I will not let this go, man. My boy Palpatine.
You know what I'm saying?
Deserves
Like,
it.
you
All
can't be fucking famous and you got less than an hour of screen time in fucking 12 movies. That just shows you that you're not that impactful.
Ahsoka Tano has 0.
She got the whole series about her.
Okay, but you can't talk about you need more hours of screen time in the movies if Ahsoka
She got
has
fucking
none.
literally like fucking 7 hours of fucking screen time. She got a whole series named after her. We don't have a series called Palpatine. Because he's not that impactful of a character. Nobody cares about fucking Palpatine.
What are you talking about? People are asking for a Palpatine series.
No, that was like 4 people that brought that shit up, and somebody put out a news article about that shit, and that shit died instantly because everybody was like, what the fuck are these people talking about?
All right.
Like, more people want to go see fucking his master. They want to learn more about his master than they do want to learn about Palpatine. Don't nobody care about Palpatine.
Fuck off. All right. After Ahsoka, we got Han Solo.
Oh, guys, Han Solo got to be in there. Fuck, Han Solo's like one of the most fucking influential
Even though
characters.
if you think within the Star Wars universe, not many people know who he is. But I think he's pretty good. I think he's out
Like,
there.
fucking, like, he got his own fucking movie. That tells you, right? If you get your own shit, your own movie or your own series, you're a fucking impactful character. People wanted to see that shit, so, you know what I'm saying? You got it.
Right. So Han Solo gets a yes. Chewbacca.
And that's a hard one.
It's
because
hard.
in all actuality, Chewbacca is just a really good secondary character. He's in all the fucking movies.
He's famous
You know,
for being like a sidekick. And I hate to say it, but that's what he is.
But you get more memes about Chewbacca than you get fucking like
And everybody knows who he is because
everybody
he's the
knows
big
who
furry
Chewbacca is.
alien. Yeah.
And he's like, fuck,
He's
goddamn,
worse
he's
than
in fucking what?
Yeah.
He's
He's
in
famous
7. I
enough.
mean, he's in 3. He's in 4. He's in 5. He's in 6. He's in 7. He's in 8. He's in 9. He's in Solo. Fuck, he's been on fucking like I'm sorry, I gotta say yes on Chewie. Chewie's
famous
a fucking
enough. He's famous enough, but is he good enough? What has he done? See, like in the NFL,
yeah. That's kind of hard because he didn't really do shit.
Because in the NFL,
what did Chewie
you gotta
really
be
do?
like, in the NFL, you got to be a good player to get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and like Chewie, what did Chewie
Like,
really ever do?
You think
He
about
flew the
fucking
fucking
like
Falcon.
Rudy. Everybody
big
knows
shit.
like a lot of people know the story of Rudy in football, but is he in the Hall of Fame? Fuck no. It's you see, it's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. I don't know. I'd have to say no on Chewie. When I really
His
start
fame
sit
is
back and
there,
think about
but
it, when I really sit back and think
his
about it,
feats are
Chewie
not.
really didn't do shit. Like
Yeah.
fuck, he really didn't do a whole lot to fucking like he fucking got him trapped by the fucking Ewoks, almost got him eaten. You know what I'm saying? He fucking always was taking apart the fucking Falcon and fucking up shit when they needed to escape. You know what I'm saying? You know, like he fucking tried to kill Han when he first met him. You know what I'm saying? Like Chewie never really does. I mean, he saves Han's ass a lot, but you know what I'm saying? He doesn't really do anything that's that impactful. Which is going to be hard on a couple more of the characters that you're about to say I already know. Because I know you're going to bring up fucking C-3PO and R2, so, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be fucking hard.
Hard.
Okay, so I say no on Chewbacca.
No on Chewbacca. Damn.
Yeah, I say
I'm
no
gonna
on
have to say
Chewbacca.
no. His like he's famous enough. He's just not like he hasn't done enough. If that makes
He's
sense.
like a real good defensive end. You know
Well,
what I'm
he's
saying?
famous just for like being there.
Yeah, because of what he looks like, not for
Yeah.
anything that's done that's impactful. Like he really
Yeah.
did nothing that he really did change the fucking outcome of the story.
I agree.
It really didn't.
He's famous just for being there, not because he was like an amazing like fighter.
He's fucking probably
like,
more famous just because of his sound.
He was famous
and because of
because
the,
yeah.
I don't know.
That's it. There you go.
And then-
Famous.
He wasn't even in his own fucking in the holiday special. Like you know what I'm saying? Like shows up at the very end or some shit. Like he's not even really fucking in the fucking thing. So even in the fucking holiday special that's based on his family, he's not even fucking there. So you know, so you can't even give him the fucking holiday special.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Let
but,
us know in the chat because if enough people in the chat like speak up, I might consider.
Well, if we get beat out on anything, like if we both disagree and the chat says if 10 people in the chat, or if we get comments in the fucking in the comment section of the video after the video is done and it outranks us, then we have to put them in, which might be a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because there's quite a few people that I guarantee that people think need to be in a Hall of Fame. But I'm thinking about how did they impact the story? Like, what did they really do? Did they have enough screen? There's like a lot of variances that you have to look at. Were they on the screen enough? You know, were they there? Did other people do shit for them? Did they do anything that fucking impacted the fucking story at all? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different things that you have to look at when you're thinking about the Hall of Fame. It's not just, you know what I'm saying, you could run fast. Like fucking Barry Sanders was fucking the shit and fucking broke all kind of records but never won a fucking Super Bowl because he played for the Detroit Lions. Does he get into the Hall of Fame? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
You have to really look at that. Like, what did he ever achieve other than breaking some fucking records? And could run real fast. I mean, like...
Well, Chewbacca didn't even break a record, bro. All right. After Chewbacca, this is going to be a tough one. Rey Skywalker. That's fucking hard. That's fucking hard.
Yeah, I would say yeah, and I'm going to say this why. Because the whole fucking sequel trilogy is based on her.
As much as it's stupid.
And she did beat Palpatine in the end, which I know Palpatine...
Which doesn't
really-
make sense.
And everybody knows who she is. And her fucking thing...
Okay, Kyle.
impacted
You just
the-
said... Why? What? Who cares if you beat Palpatine? Palpatine's not even in the Hall of Fame. Who cares?
And...
Who cares if you beat Palpatine?
Well, the whole fucking thing is based on her. The whole fucking trilogy is based on her. Everybody knows who she is. You know what I'm saying?
Just because people know who you are doesn't mean shit. We've already established that.
Fuck, I don't know. Like, that's kind of hard. But and her character actually impacted the story, and she's getting a whole movie about her, about what happens after that. So, well, she's supposed to be getting a whole movie after that. We'll see if that ever happens. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if that happens because Disney's announced a lot of stories that didn't ever fucking happen. But in all actuality, she impacted the galaxy. She was the first Jedi after fucking Luke went into hiding by what the story is told. And she saves the fucking galaxy. So, yeah, she's very impactful. And we see her on screen for 3 fucking straight movies. A lot.
Star Wars team leader, he says, I say no, but the other people watching with messy yes and no. So it seems like a mix. I knew she'd be controversial.
Yeah, but you gotta think she did it. When it comes to the sequel trilogy, she's the most impactful person in the entire sequel trilogy. The whole sequel trilogy is based on her. And her rise to fucking
but does she
becoming
really
a Jedi.
deserve it? It was more like, because we already have established like Disney, like that, it was a shitty trilogy.
It was, but if we're going based on what the information we have, which the sequel trilogy is part of fucking canon, it's part of the story, she was the most impactful person within that story. So I would have to say yes. I don't want to say yes because I don't like her character, but if you're looking at really what the sequel trilogy was about, how everything came to be, yeah, she would have to be in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? And she's famous as shit. Everybody knows who fucking Rey is. You know what I'm saying? You ask people, do you know who this character is? They're going to say yes. They're going to know. Fucking people don't even watch Star Wars know who fucking Rey is.
You
know
so?
What I'm saying? Yeah. So I'd have to say yes on Rey. Rey, Finn, and...
I really want to say no, but...
I do too, but you can't say no because you got to really look at it. We have to be objective on this.
Yeah. Being objectively speaking, Rey has to be a yes. I fucking hate it. I want to say no, but objectively speaking, she's a yes. Next, you said Finn, and Finn is the next one on the list. I say fuck no. People know who he is, like Chewie, but what the fuck did he do? He did dog shit. Chewie did more than Finn did. Finn just tried to run away the whole time. No way in hell do I say yes to Finn.
Finn, let's see. Let's think about what did Finn do? Let's see. He
tried to run away multiple times.
He gave Han and them the ability to fucking blow up the fucking thing because he didn't blow up shit. Han and Chewie really set all the fucking bombs, and they fucking Rey fucking found
Chewie.
them. He got his ass whooped by Kylo Ren.
What?
But at least Chewie's safe.
Chewie's not
He didn't do shit when fucking what's her face fucking flew the damn starship into the other starship. He was just on the motherfucker. The Holdo. So he really didn't do shit there. Because I don't even think them having the fucking their force field up with the whole point of them going on the fucking ship in the fucking first place was to help because you're flying at light speed into another ship. So I don't think the fucking shields would have helped much. Rey finds them, so he doesn't even rescue Rey in the first one. He's barely even in.
I don't think he deserves it.
In
he
the
hasn't
third
done
one,
anything.
in the third one, he doesn't really do much. Yeah, I don't think Finn gets in. I don't think Finn gets in.
And that's being objective because subjectively, I want Finn more than I want Rey.
Well,
but objectively speaking, I don't think
Finn is a
deserves
better
it.
character than Rey. He was more intriguing than Rey because you was constantly wondering, does he have force abilities? But from what they showed us, he doesn't, unless they show us something different in the new movie. If they do the new movie, but yeah, he really didn't. He wasn't really impactful. He didn't really impact too much of the story.
Yeah.
You know, he found Rey. I think that's about the only thing that he fucking did. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't do too much.
Yeah. I wish I could, like, he's one of the few characters from the sequels that I want in, but he just doesn't deserve it. Like,
well, but he's also a fucking character that like really impacted the overall story. Without him, the story would have kind of been weird.
Well, without
So he's almost
Chewie,
like a
it
Jar
kinda
Jar. He's almost like a Jar Jar. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like his character. He's like the Jar Jar character. Like he's just
yeah,
fucking
but
there.
he's not as memorable as Jar Jar.
Yeah,
Jar
I don't
Jar's
think
more
he is
memorable.
neither. Everybody hates fucking Jar Jar. Don't nobody really hate Finn. Everybody likes Finn. They just don't know why he was there. You know what I'm saying? Like what did he do? Like what did he really do? So yeah, I have to say no on Finn.
All right, no to Finn. All right. Now we have to decide, are droids allowed in the Hall of Fame?
Well, I mean, we have to go over C-3PO and R2. They're major characters. Everybody knows who C-3PO and R2 is. And
I think R2 deserves it.
but
R2,
you know,
100% deserves
C-3PO
it
really just
in
was
every way.
C-3PO was basically another character that's like Jar Jar. He was just fucking there. I mean, he did a few impactful things, like he saved them from the Ewoks, but that was just off of circumstance, just because they
Yeah.
thought he was a fucking god. It wasn't
Does
nothing that
C-3PO
he really
deserve it,
did.
you think?
Honestly, I don't think C-3PO did enough to fucking, even though he was in like all the fucking movies, been in everything. I don't
He
think
is
he
one
did
of the
anything.
most famous characters.
He is a very famous character, and we have to take that in consideration. But what did he really do? Like, other than just get on everybody's nerves and, you know, then he'd be right. He was more of a fucking, he just talked a lot. I mean, he was right a lot of times, but he was also wrong a lot of times. Like, R2 actually interjected and fucking did shit. He saved Anakin's ass a shit ton of times. Saved Obi-Wan, saved fucking entire fleets, saved fucking Padme. I guess C-3PO did save Padme in the Clone Wars. I don't know, that's kind of fucking hard.
So R2's a yes. Let's do
Yeah,
R2
R2's
first.
definitely
a yes,
yes.
right? Okay, R2's a yes.
C-3PO
C-3PO is the top.
does I'm sorry, I can't say your name. Rizada O2. Hello from Portugal.
Ruizada.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. But he's from Portugal,
welcome.
man. Thank you, man. Welcome to the show. We wouldn't have C-3PO without Chewie, because Chewie did put 3PO
Put it
back together. Anakin fucking designed and
Built
created
Chewie.
C-3PO.
Or built 3PO.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah.
So-
if Chewie's not in, 3PO can't be in.
yeah. I don't think C-3PO makes the cut. I really don't think he makes the cut. He's just not. He's not that well. I mean, everybody knows who he is. Like, everybody knows who C-3PO is. But he didn't really impact
do
the
anything.
story a whole lot.
Yeah,
He didn't do
you
anything.
need-
He just
you
fucking
need
talked
to-
a lot.
Right. And that's a big part of the Hall of Fame. Like, you can be famous. There's famous players, like, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're in the Hall of Fame, because you got to back it up.
Yeah,
It's
you
like-
got. I mean, just
You
being
gotta back it
famous
up with
is
your
not
action, what you've done.
enough to
You have
get you in the Hall of Fame.
You have to accomplish famous things too.
Because if we was going off of like just the most famous characters, like how famous you are to get in the Hall of Fame, this would be like a different. We'd have a whole different thing. We're looking at things and judging
Because
people
famous
on their,
is a part of it. Famous is a part of it. Let's
famous
be
is a
honest.
part of it. So you can get
But
in there
you're-
because you're
you
famous,
have
but
to
you
be
got to do
famous
something.
because of your accomplishments, not
Yeah.
because people just know who you are. You know what I mean?
I can't say your name. Rizada O2. Love hearing some Star Wars stuff. What you guys talking about? We're actually going through
Hall of Fame.
some names, and we're putting characters into a Hall of Fame based on how famous they are.
And their
Does their fame back up what they done, or have what they done back up their fame, and how impactful they were on the Star Wars story?
Yes.
And
All right.
we're staying in canon right now. We might get into Legends later, because this is going to be an ongoing thing. We're going to have a segment
Yes.
within our regular shows, and we'll go through 5 or 10 characters a week.
All right. So that's all the names I had. So let's just review what we've gone through today. And this is our so Darth Vader and Anakin. He is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Palpatine. It was decided no. But if you disagree with any of these in the chat or in the comments later, please let us know, and we will revisit these characters.
Yeah.
The appeal board is always open.
Yep. We
Tarkin-
get outvoted on. If we get outvoted on a character, then we'll put them in.
Tarkin voted no. Mace Windu, think we said no, right?
I don't think we ever came up. I don't think the chat ever put in there if Mace Windu.
Oh yeah,
got
the
in or
chat
not.
never said. So Mace Windu's out for discussion. We're gonna
Yeah.
wait for the chat because we were split. Yoda was a yes. Obi-Wan was a yes. Luke Skywalker was a yes. Plo Koon was a no. Keanu Mundi was a no. Qui-Gon Jinn was a yes. Leia was a yes. Padme was a yes. Jar Jar was a yes. Captain Rex was no. Commander Cody was no. Ahsoka Tano was yes. Han Solo was yes. Chewbacca was a no, which that one was scary. But Ray, which I don't know if I can say Skywalker, but Ray was a yes. Finn was a no. C-3PO was a no. And R2-D2 was a yes. So far, that is our Star Wars Hall of Fame.
And like I said, and don't go in the chat or in the comments and just go off of a character, because we're not talking about just fame here. They got to have something to back up their fame, and they got to really do something to impact the galaxy. And you got to look at everything that there is. So look at like screen time, look at their actions.
Got to look at movies versus TV show too.
Yeah, movies versus TV shows. You got to be really optimistic and really dissect each character in order to say yes or no. Don't just because you like the character going in the chat and say yes or no. Because like the reason that like Captain Rex is no, like Rue just said,
because you never even see him in any of the movies.
Yeah, you don't see him in any. He's only in a cartoon. He had one cameo in Ahsoka, and he really didn't do anything. So if you're looking at it as an overall, yeah, he might be impactful within the Star Wars galaxy, but his screen time. So we got to look at every single aspect of the character in order to get a yes or no. And so don't just go like, yeah, fucking, because, you know, there's characters that, like Obi-Wan, he had a lot of screen time. Everybody knows who he is. He's famous. He backs up his fame with his actions within the storyline. He's in the cartoons. He's in the movies. He has a lot of screen time. And he played a big impact within what happened within the Star Wars universe.
So that's a tough one, but that...
Oh, shit. Star Wars team leader said he's entering a cosplay contest as Balin, so may not be able to chat, but you guys are still playing on the table. Hey, Star Wars team leader, I want pictures. We want pictures. We'll put them up on here. I want to see you in the Balin costume. I want to see what you look like in Balin. Balin's costume is pretty dope, too. I got to give it to Balin. I like his costume. Balin's costume looks serious. Okay.
All right. Well, that is our opening ceremonies for the Star Wars Hall of Fame. Every episode we'll talk about, every Saturday episode we'll talk about a few names and discuss whether they should be inducted or not.
Yeah, I think we should stick it to 5 because that just took like an hour. So how many did you have on there?
That was like 20.
Okay. So we'll do like 5. Every episode.
3 or 5 every episode, yeah.
And you might have to go on Wikipedia and just go through every fucking, because shit, there's a lot of goddamn characters.
There's a lot of characters.
And there's going to be a lot of no's because a lot of the characters ain't fucking.
Yeah.
But then there's a lot of characters.
I still think there's some yeses that are still out there. So.
Oh, yeah. And then at the end of it, once we get to all the characters, we're going to do a fucking runoff of who is the most famous and best Star Wars character of all time, which I think we all know who that's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's kind of hard to, you know what I'm saying, put anything past that because he is the most fucking memorable character within Star Wars.
We got news.
Yeah. I hadn't even looked up any news and rumors. I'm looking it up now.
All right. Well, I'm going to hit the button.
All right.
This is Alton Castle for the only news you need, the HoloNet News.
All right. So, apparently one of the costume designers from The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and Firefly, passed away
Yeah.
at 56 years old. Which
Shauna
that's really sad. That's kind of young.
Yeah, that's really young. And so I was looking on I was looking on Instagram or TikTok or one of them. Oh no, it was a X, Twitter X, and Ming Na Wei had a big spiel about her, and then there was some articles done about her, and I guess she was like one of the best that ever walked the face of the planet in costume design. They said she was freakily, as a designer, she was one of the best designers in the industry. So it's definitely with a heavy heart that she's gone.
Yeah,
You know
rest
what I'm
in
saying?
peace.
She played a major role within Star Wars, and it sucks, but it would be nice if we could live forever, but then the world would be overran, so it can't happen.
Besides that, what else did you have?
Honestly, like I said, I hadn't even looked at any news.
Right. There wasn't a whole lot of news, to be honest. There's
A lot of
talk about Ahsoka and basically reviews of Ahsoka.
Which is,
I think the common theme is that the first like 4 episodes were rocky, slow, and then it kind of took off and got kind of exciting and like new stuff that we haven't necessarily seen before. I still think a lot of the reviews are mixed. There's some people that really hated it, some people that absolutely loved it. And I think it kind of goes back to just what kind of Star Wars fans there are. There's some people that like Star Wars for Star Wars, and that's great. They're happy if you've got the Force lightsabers, like they're just happy to be getting that Star Wars. That's just crazy Star Wars, right? And there's other people who like the story more, and it's not so much about the lightsabers and Jedi. It's more about let's have a good story within this universe rather than it's just the universe. So I think that's a big divide of what's happening between Ahsoka.
and then a lot of the articles that I had looked through over the last couple of days have been basically just people's theories on why the Mortis gods is in there, what's Balin's thing, what's going to happen with Ahsoka. So there wasn't a whole lot of actual, news. It's just a lot of stuff about Ahsoka, which is, you expect that with Ahsoka just ending. And one of the, I was reading one article and they said basically Ahsoka's getting the same type of treatment or reviews as the prequel trilogy. And one person said it's one of those shows that will grow on everybody as it gets older. And I think that that's kind of true. The first 4 episodes were just not very good. I'm not going to say that they were bad. They just weren't, there was nothing really to captivate you and hook you in. And then the last 4 episodes brought out the things that answered some of the questions that we had. I think they did it really swift within the last episode. But, at least Dave did answer some of them and didn't leave all the plot holes up just until we get a season 2 or until the movie comes out in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Because when does the movie come out? Like 31 now or something like that?
Bro, who knows if any of these movies will ever come out? Like, with how Star Wars has been, like, yeah, I don't know.
Or season 2 or whatever. So he did answer some of the questions. He left us, he definitely left us on the cliffhanger where we definitely want to see more. And one of the biggest things is, and I thought it was just me and you, but there's a lot of people, a shit ton of people that want to know more about Balin. Like, I did not think Balin made this big of an impact within the Star Wars community, but the Star Wars fans want to know more about Balin. That's why I said, if some writer come out with a fucking book or something, man, like, give us more info on Balin.
Balin's huge.
Dude, he got, like, it's fucking crazy that Balin got, like, better reviews than Ahsoka as a character.
I know. But the thing is,
and he's, like, barely even in that shit.
But the thing is, I can't argue. Like, I thought Balin was better acted, was better written. He was
look at Balin's
one
character.
of the best characters in the show.
Hey, sometimes, and this is something that we also need to look at when we're talking about, and I don't know, this might change my mind a little bit, but you got to look at, like, even though he didn't have as much screen time and he didn't really, impact the story a whole lot, his intrigue has made him fucking
Right.
famous because everybody wants to know about who he is, and it sucks. And Ray Stevens, man, God bless.
I wish you could have seen
like
his work
dude,
is done.
he did a fucking phenomenal job. And
Yeah.
I was watching the episode. I watched episode 7 and 8 last night. I was gonna watch them all, but I turned it on. I fell asleep and I woke up and it was 7 and
Honestly, can
7 and
you
8 was
remember the
playing.
last time? Can you remember the last time we had this much excitement over a new character?
Dude, honestly, and it's fucked up for me to say this because we just voted him out, but I was super excited to learn about Finn. Like during the whole thing, during the whole
Right.
trilogy, that was one of the characters that I wanted to learn more about because the way that they started the sequel trilogy. Like I
then,
wanted to know why the Force
Obviously, they
chose
screwed
him.
that up.
You know what I'm saying? And Disney screwed it up. But Finn kind of gave me that. I wanted to know more about Finn. It made me want to go see the other movies because it wasn't so much about Ray. I didn't even like Ray. I like looking at her, but other than that, I didn't really like Ray as a character. But I really wanted to learn more about Finn. And then with Poe was another character that I wanted to learn more about. And they kind of explained more about Poe, which made me happy. And Poe is one of my favorite characters just because I like the way he does shit. He's back and
Right.
forth. One minute he's comical, the next minute he's all serious, the next minute he's fucking doing something stupid, and the next minute he's just crazy, and I like that. But I don't even know if either one of them can, like, I'm just, for Balin not to be the main character of a story, for him to have that much intrigue, and I think Dave did a really good job of not giving us too much to make us have more intrigue about the character. He did that fucking excellently because I'm like so fucking wanting to know more about Balin. And I think the last character that I really feel like that within Star Wars, oh shit, man, honestly, I would have to say Snoke. Like, that really, really, really gave me this type of feeling, Snoke, because I wanted to learn more about Snoke. Where the fuck did this guy come from? How the fuck did he get to control the First Order? Why is this guy like this? I mean, and then they explained it at the end, and it was stupid. But I really wanted to know more about. I was on the Snoke bandwagon when it came to the sequel trilogies. I was on that Snoke bandwagon. I was like everybody else. I was over here trying to figure out who he was, where did he come from, trying to, where did everything about him I wanted to know. I was one of those people that was theorizing every fucking thing. He was fucking Mace Windu cutting the fucking forehead, and he smashed his fucking forehead and turned white.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was one of those fucking theorists. I was a conspiracy theory when it came to Snoke. Snoke was very intriguing.
He was intriguing. And they kind of screwed him up too.
Yeah, Disney did.
There's
They
just-
screwed up
yeah.
all the good characters
These-
within the sequel
All
trilogy.
the characters in the because we talked a little bit about this last time, but episode 7, like, it gets a bad rap because it's part of the sequels, but on its own, when episode 7 first came out, there was still a lot of hope and there was still a lot of hype. Yeah, it was a copy of episode 4, but it wasn't bad, and it was still like, oh man, what's gonna happen with this character? What's gonna happen with this character? Like, we all still wanted to watch.
Like
it.
the craziest
We all
thing, the
still
two
liked it.
main characters of the fucking movie, Kylo Ren and fucking Rey, are like my two most hated characters within the
Yeah.
sequel trilogy. I do not like neither one of them.
And the thing is, like, they were the characters that people, like, to be honest, cared the least about in episode 7. I
And
feel like when we watched episode 7, everybody loved Finn, everybody liked Poe, everybody totally wanted to see where Snoke came from, everybody totally wanted to see, well, a lot of people wanted to see where Rey came from. But then
yeah,
they kind
that's
of like,
what she was intriguing, but I don't know. I just
Yeah.
didn't like the character enough to care about
then
whether
they
or
just
not.
kind of hooked it and went the other way and was like, fuck Finn, fuck Snoke. We're just kind of gonna do our own thing. And we were like, damn.
But yeah, I don't know. Balin,
It's been a while since we've had this kind of hype and intrigue over a character.
and like reading through a lot of the articles, there's a lot of fans, and looking at
'Cause even-
Instagram and stuff, there's a lot of fans, and
Well, the thing
TikTok
that-
and Twitter, there's a lot of fans that want to know more about Balin.
Right. And the thing I've noticed is even the fans that didn't like Ahsoka or thought it wasn't as good as what other fans did want to know more about Balin.
I think everybody wants to know more about Balin.
Yeah.
Like, where was this dude at? Did he ever have to fight Vader? Was real good at hiding? Like, there's all kind of like his past. I want to know about his past.
Right.
I want to know about who's his master, because there was a lot of theories going around that Qui-Gon was his master. Now, we can't go off the books because the books are not canon, but it doesn't say anything about Balin being his fucking thing. It's like Adrian or Raya or some shit I can't remember now. Was Qui-Gon's apprentice before Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan meets him in the Kenobi book. Or not the Kenobi book, was it? Oh shit, I can't remember. The apprentice, the master and apprentice, I think. But there's I don't know. He's just very intriguing, and there's a lot of news about him. I just hope that they do more with the character. It sucks that Rey is dead, but I think that's one character that they need to recast. They need to recast him, make him younger, and then make him older, or whatever you got to do, and tell more of his story. He's one of those characters.
Yeah. Should we get to the quiz?
Well, I'm looking through here right now. There's a few news articles about, but I didn't see. Let me see. I want to see if this actually tells us. Because I read one article yesterday, and I'm just trying to find it. Because we know what live action shows are coming. We know Bad Batch is coming. We know Bad Batch Season 3 is coming. And we know that Skeleton Crew is coming. But I thought there was a release date. I thought I seen a release date for Skeleton Crew. But I'm not finding the article.
I haven't seen one, but
I thought somebody said. I'm not finding
Skeleton
it.
Crew. Yeah, sometime. It was supposed to come out in 2023, but I think
pushed
there's
it back
rumors that
because
it's
of the
going to be
strike.
2024. Yeah,
Well, they pushed it back because of the actors' strike.
yeah. So we'll flip and see what happens. Honestly, because
I thought it said March of 2024, but I don't want to. I don't want to say that because I don't remember if it said that, or if it might have said sometime around March of 2024. So it's not. There's some Star Wars Black Series figures coming out, and one of them is the Morgan with the ghost face. I seen that. Yeah, there was like a lot of it. A lot of it is just Ahsoka stuff, Force Unleashed stuff. The remake of Force Unleashed that they've been talking about forever. But there was something else that I wanted to. I was gonna bring up the Rotten Tomatoes for, even though we know we can't. So, and this is not the audience score for season 1 of Ahsoka. We're not going to go off the tomato meter because that's a combination shit, but just the audience score got a 71%. So us picking 7, I think we did pretty good. That's about 7. That would be right around 7%. And a lot of people, when you read through the thing, a lot of the comments that was put about the entire series were very mixed. They were very mixed, but I think everybody agreed that the first 4 episodes was kind of dry. It was kind of slow, and then it picked up with the 4, 5, and 4, 5, 6, or not 4, but 5, 6, 7, and 8. I think most fans are pretty much in agreement to that. I'm not saying all fans, because there were some fans that I seen that said, but I think the majority of us all pretty much. I think we're all about right around a 7.
Yeah. I think it's a good mix of people, just because, like I said, like I think the big divide was like there's some people who like if it's Star Wars they kind of like it and they're just excited to see new Star Wars content, and then there's others who like because it's Star Wars they like want it to be good and
Hold it
match
to
the
a
other
higher
Star Wars rather
standard.
than just liking it for Star Wars. You know what I mean?
I
And
mean,
so I
and
think that's
we
the big
kind of
difference
follow,
between a lot of fans today.
and it just depends on. I think, like I said, and I've said this since the beginning, I'm gonna be a little bit biased to Ahsoka just because it's Ahsoka, and Ahsoka is probably, if not my favorite, in my top 5 favorite characters of all times.
Right.
So I really enjoyed watching Ahsoka, but at the same time, I tried to be optimistic and enjoy the show. At the same time, I tried to critique it the way that it needed to be critiqued. You know what I'm saying? If there was
Right.
something bad, it was bad. I mean, like on episode 8, the fucking push, that shit was fucking, oh God. You just learned how to use the Force
It
5
was,
seconds ago.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just
Yeah.
fucking terrible. You can't, there's no way of saying that wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? Anybody says, no,
Yeah.
that was great, you're a fucking idiot. And you don't know anything about the Force. You're not a real Star Wars fan, because the Force does not work that way. You are not going to fucking learn how to use the Force 5 seconds ago and throw somebody fucking 100 yards. It's not going to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're going to die. So that one was pretty. But
Yeah.
all right, so I based the questions on the quiz today on characters. I wanted to make sure that they were all character based. Now there's some characters that wasn't on the list because I didn't know I knew what the list was. I couldn't find anything about them that was fucking, you know what I'm saying? And I really didn't. Yeah, not anything that was. And then I got some questions like fucking shit was like didn't even make sense. Like I knew, like I thought of the question like one of the questions was, who was originally supposed to fucking play Padme? And I looked through the shit. I looked online, and for some reason it said Hannah Portman. Natalie Portman's sister. Well, Natalie Portman don't even have a fucking sister. She's an only child. You know? So, like, how the fuck did this question, like, when I typed the question in, you know, like, because I try to background check everything and make sure that everything is correct before I ask the question. And it said this, like, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, she don't even have, so.
Right.
And it didn't give me anybody else. So I know there was other actresses that applied for the part, but it doesn't look like any of them even had a chance. And no one looking back over at some of the fucking the whatchamacallits, how it was made fucking videos, you know, the George Lucas deleted scenes and how it was made stuff. I know that there was other actresses that went for the part, but like, so that's why I was asking the question, because I thought originally that it was actually given to somebody else, and then Natalie Portman ended up getting it. I thought I read an article or something. I was just trying to remember, but it didn't come up. So anyway, let's go ahead on and jump to
Impossible
quiz.
Let's do it.
Stop right there, you rebel scum. Prepare yourself for the Star Wars Impossible quiz. Blast them.
Okay, and I don't know why I didn't just pull up the damn questions when we were going through the thing, because for some reason they're not where I put them at. So let me pull it up. All right, let's see. Damn, I got a lot of questions. Shit, holy shit. All right, so. Question number 1. What voice actor portrayed Grand Moff Tarkin in the animated series The Bad Batch?
Bruh, there's no chance in hell I'm going to get that. That's tough.
Nelson said, we got pictures with Bando, Ray, Chewie at Disney Orlando. Seeing Mando was awesome. Going back just a little bit.
Yeah, dude, I got no clue. Mark Hamill, fucking.
No. I thought it was what's his face, a dude that did all the clones and everything.
Oh, Tamara Morrison.
No, not Tamara Morrison. It's the actor that does all the voices for like all the clones, like most of the Star Wars characters in the Clone Wars and shit like that. I thought it was him, but it's not.
The voice actor.
Okay, so the answer is Stephen Stanton. And I have no idea who that is.
Steven?
Or Steven Stephen. Stephen. Stephen, right?
Oh, yeah, Steven. Steven Stanton.
Yeah.
I see. I get you.
I thought it was PH, that's an F sound, Stephen.
I mean, it could be Stefan. I know some people who say who say Steven, who spell it that way.
Oh, I don't know. I thought Steven was Steven.
You know,
Okay.
you think so, but people like to spell their names how they like. So,
Yeah. Okay, question number 2. There's an inscription on the hilt of Mace Windu's lightsaber. What does it read?
can I answer it, or do you want me to wait?
I think we asked this question before. I couldn't remember.
Motherfucker!
No, actually, there's another one.
Oh, really?
We know
it's
that.
not motherfucker.
Yeah. That's on there, but there's another one.
Oh, there's another inscription. Yeah. Die, motherfucker.
Well, I knew everybody
die.
was going to say that, so it's on the other side of the hilt.
Motherfucker.
Yep. And he had it done. Samuel Jackson had put on there later, after he got the original one that says "motherfucker" on it.
I thought it
ready?
was just like badass motherfucker or something.
Yeah, something like that. I know that's on there, but then he had a pad put on there because that was his lightsaber form. A pad.
Oh, really? That's
Yep.
cool. Vapad or whatever.
Because it's his own form. He's the only one that knows that form. How did General Grievous contract his cough?
Oh. Herpes.
Herpes. He got COVID, damn it. He
Yeah,
got long COVID. He got long COVID. It's not going away never.
He got the vaccine, or he didn't get the vaccine.
Which we shouldn't even talk about that because there's a lot of people fucking fucked up from long COVID, man. That's just fucking their asses up. Been fucking their ass up for like 3 years. My niece is one of them.
Bro, COVID's crazy, bro.
I think I got COVID right now. I'm not getting
Such
tested
crazy
because I don't care. It's like catching the flu. I've been sick for a week.
Yeah.
But I ain't
let's
coughing
see.
and then I don't have none of the chest shit that usually you get with COVID. So I'm like, fuck it.
He's got lung cancer.
No. Okay, so the answer is Mace Windu crushes his chest in a lightsaber duel.
That's sick.
that's
I actually want to see that. I want to see how that happens. You know what I mean?
It's in the Clone Wars.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So in one of the episodes of the Clone Wars.
I don't remember. I'll have to watch it again.
Okay. What lightsaber form did Anakin teach Ahsoka to use?
Ooh.
She actually knows 2 extensively. She knows all 6. She taught herself all 6. Or fucking King Yang or whatever, Yin Yang or whatever, Hu Yang taught her the other 5. But she taught herself 1. But which one did Anakin teach her?
I'm going to say... I'd probably say Kama Sutra. I'm just kidding.
Kama Sutra.
No, 5. 5.
Yep. It's 5.
Okay.
Them so.
Cool.
Who said, bounty hunters, we don't need them scum?
That's a good question.
I think everybody in the chat just stopped talking to us because we ain't getting nothing out for Nielsen. Or at least I haven't got anything. Has anybody popped up in the chat on your side? Because I haven't got shit in the chat.
No, not really.
What's up, guys? We're doing the fucking impossible quiz. You're supposed to get in here.
I think it just depends. Like sometimes they're busy, sometimes the chat's off, sometimes people watch it after. Fucking goddamn.
It's in the movie.
I don't know. That's a great question. Is it a movie?
It's in the movie.
In the movie.
Who said bounty hunters? We don't need them scum.
Bro, what? Tarkin?
Nope. Think about it. What movie do we see? And what movie do we see bounty hunters?
Episode 5.
Now think of the question. Who said bounty hunters? We don't need them scum.
Vader?
No. Vader's the one that was hiring them, remember?
I know. That's why I don't fucking know, bro.
It's Admiral Firmus Petit.
Admiral who?
Firmus Pete or Pait, however you say his name. The one that fucking Vader chokes out later on in the movie. Kills him.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
That was
Remember
a
they're
tough
standing there and they're all sitting up on a thing, and when the camera comes in, it scans them two first, and he says it before it goes up to the bounty hunter standing on the ledge with Vader.
Huh.
Okay, here's a question I know you ain't gonna get. Who was the accountant for the Hutt Clan Council?
Who's the say one more time?
Who was the accountant for the Hutt Clan Council?
The accountant for the Hutt Clan Council. Ben Affleck. Yeah, I knew you wasn't gonna know this one. I mean, I don't fuck. I just like
didn't even
I've
know
seen
that.
the
I
movie The
didn't-
Accountant. That's about it.
When I was thinking of the question, the reason it made me pop up because I seen who the accountant was, and I was like, because I was looking through the Star Wars book, and I said, what? Fucking they let one person control their money, the fucking evil ass Hutts that don't trust nobody but themselves. They don't even trust each other. Why the fuck would they let fucking people, somebody be their accountant? Like, I want to know where all my money's at. But it's actually Gorga the Hutt. Gorga the Hutt was the accountant for the Hutt Clan Council.
There you go.
What was the name of the planet that Han and Chewie first met?
Ooh, that's a good question that I don't fucking remember, which I should fucking remember. It's in the movie.
Yeah, but I don't know if they I didn't go back and double check the fucking the movie to see if they ever say it or if they ever show the name of the planet. You know how sometimes they put the name of the planet as you're like coming up on the planet. I don't know if they ever say it or if they ever seen it. Like, I didn't know what it was, so I'm like, dude, if I don't know what it was, I should have seen it in the movie. So I can't, but I didn't go double check it in the movie.
No fucking clue.
Okay.
Some Imperial camp, like fucking.
They were in a war. You know, we know they were in war then on the planet, but it's Mimbam. Mimban. Mimban.
Mimban. Okay.
Mimban. Okay. Who said whatever it takes, this rebellion is worth it?
Whatever. Say one more time.
Who said whatever it takes, this rebellion is worth it?
Whatever it takes, this rebellion is worth it. Mon Mothma.
Nope. That's a good guess though, but no.
And well, I guess it's got to be one of the characters we talked about, right?
No, not necessarily.
Because I guess my other guess would be like Cassian Andor or like.
Nope.
Huh. Jyn Erso?
Nope.
Leia?
Nope.
What the fuck?
It was Hera Syndulla, and she
Was it?
told it
Oh.
to Kanan Jarrus. She says to Kanan, because he's during that part of Rebels, he was sitting there like,
Yeah, that makes more
You know,
sense.
he was sitting there like, dude, I don't want to. This is bullshit. We need to go back on our own. Fuck this rebellion type attitude that he had. And she said, whatever it takes, this rebellion is worth it to him. Okay, who was responsible for the death of Moff Panica on Naboo? And it's in the Clone Wars, I think. I'm pretty sure it was in the Clone Wars episode.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to remember that. I can't remember who that fucking character is.
Moff Panikin.
Moff
Looks
Panica.
like it's Panaka. Panica. Moff Panica.
Oh, I was like Panikin, Anakin.
Okay. So since we ain't got no action in the chat, I'm just gonna tell you it is Saul Guerrera.
Oh,
And
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
that would
sure
probably
it's-
make sense. You want to talk about like terrorism and death? It's probably Saw or fucking Chopper.
Chopper.
Chopper and Saw are the most like extreme fucking examples in Star Wars.
Okay, and this one, like I didn't even know this character existed. I don't remember ever seeing him in shit. And I didn't look him up to see who it was. It's in the Star Wars book, so it got to be the truth.
Okay.
Who knows who Gallius Rax was?
Gallius Rax.
Yeah, Gallius Rax was.
He was in the Star Wars universe a gay porn star.
No, he might have been, but that's not.
Han
what they
and
said.
Chewie used to watch his movies on the Death Star together to get in the mood.
No, he was
Gallius
Sidious's protege. So after the
thought
Death
that
Star
was
was
Vader.
killed, so after the Death Star was destroyed, Vader was dead.
Oh,
The
so this
second
is
Death
like
Star.
okay.
He was sent to round up all the Imperial remnants, and he was one of the only people that knew that Darth Sidious was still alive.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was. That's why I was like, this is a fucking great question. Ain't nobody gonna know the answer to this shit because I ain't never even heard of this fucking guy
Yeah.
before. Like who? I don't think he's in any movie, any cartoon. I haven't ever seen this fucking dude before. And then somebody killed him. I don't know who it was. It says it's in the book,
Gallius
but I don't.
Rax.
Yes, GALLIOU or IUSRAX, and it says Sidious.
Yeah, now I was like, I gotta Google him, but there's not even a picture of this dude.
He was just fucking Sidious's protege, which, I don't know. But anyway, he got killed, so he wasn't shit. But when I seen that, like, Sidious's protege, I thought that was fucking Darth Vader. And then he said, fuck having a fucking
I
apprentice,
see.
I'm just going to fucking create one. You know what I'm saying? And made Snoke. And then he said, fuck, I'm going to take Kylo Ren on. And then he's like, God damn it, I did it again. I got to stop fucking with the Skywalker heritage. You know what I'm saying? They just fucking keep trying to kill me. And then my own heritage kills me.
Fucking that whole name, that whole family's fucked up. Just stay far away from Skywalkers.
Anybody
God,
that has the name
incest,
Skywalker is a fucking evil, fucking weird good guy. Because they
Yeah.
don't even know. They don't know which
All
side
right.
of the fist
I
they're
gotta
on.
take
They
a-
don't.
I gotta pee
Yeah, you
so
gotta take
bad.
a shit. All right, guys. So we're not gonna do a Wednesday episode this week. We're gonna take a couple weeks off, and
the
then we're gonna
holidays and-
do the LightSaber movie reviews, LightSaber
Yes.
Radio movie reviews. We're gonna start reviewing some movies. We'll let you guys know on Saturday which movies we decide to view. We're gonna take a couple weeks off and get some things done that we need to get done, and just give us a break. And because we really don't have shit to talk about on Wednesday nights without no new TV show.
But we will be here next Sunday for sure.
Yeah,
Or next Saturday. Fuck,
Yeah.
sorry, Saturday.
We don't know. We haven't discussed yet when we're gonna do the fucking watch party for the Phantom Menace, or not the Phantom Menace. We already did that for the for the Force Awakens. So we'll be doing that sometime this month because we only got Phantom Menace, The Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker to complete all the movies. And we got
do it
3 more
wrong,
months
huh?
left of the year, and then we'll go into some maybe we'll watch some of the series or something else on the weekend or on the watch parties. We haven't discussed that yet. We'll get to that when we get there. Thank you guys for joining us today. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation and the discussion. And like we said before, put your comments in the thing if you think we picked wrong, if you think somebody needs to be in there, give a reason why. Don't just say Chewie needs to be in there. Give a reason why.
You got to
give us some reasons, because you don't get a yes if you don't give us no reasons. You gotta show why he deserves it. And I think that's it. Stay outrageous, and may the Force be with you always.
Thank you for tuning in to LSR. If you've enjoyed the show, consider subscribing so you can be notified when new episodes are released. If you would like to be a guest on the show or just want to give us some feedback, feel free to email us. You can also reach out to us on all major social media platforms. LightSaber Radio is produced by PicFilm Media and is a Swaycast original, starring Garrison Turcotte, CJ Elliott, and Kyle McDaniel. And don't forget to join us next time for more adventures in a galaxy far, far away.